Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be back here, and thanks for all the comments yesterday. I highly appreciate it. There were some negative ones and some positive ones, so I enjoy it all. So let's go through the daily scoreboard today. I've added a few extra good stuff at the end, which I think is very interesting. But other than that, I think the dollar was the one in charge, even though it's down. So let's have a look at it. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, the dollar is down 0.3-ish at the moment. But the big problem was that we had a big drop. Let's go to the 1 hourly quickly here. We had a big drop, right? And then we came right back and snapped back above again. So this was just one big trap, I guess. And yeah, even though we are negative for today in the dollar, we also have gold, silver, even platinum right now is negative. They were also trading a lot higher today. So I think the metals could be sniffing out that the dollar is going to be very strong in the near future. Could be. Um, but yeah, it was a very weird day for me, to be honest. So that's the dollar. You can see it's getting bought up here all the way up. So it could be that we now get this attempt to break out above 102 right here. Yes, as mentioned, silver. I'm still waiting for the pullback to 24, maybe a bit lower, 23.7. So not much to talk about here. Still holding this FIB level right here, 0.786. Sorry, and yeah, but I do think we'll go to the next FIB, and that should be the bottom, I guess, um, unless something very insane happens. The markets are very weird right now. It's difficult to see. Gold, not much to talk about. I still think we are going to break down from this bad boy here. That's my general view. Zooming out again, you've seen this plenty of times, right? We are close to the highs, and yeah, let's see when we break. I think we'll break. If not, we'll go for a retest maybe. But we need to get some for the bolts. We need to get some air under these candles right here. Otherwise, it's a breakdown. Palladium. Yesterday we talked about that we went all the way through the floor and actually only stopped at this green wedge right here, which was formed here at the head and shoulders. We did found support, and let me look. Let me show you here on the 1 hourly. Just have a look here. As you can remember, yesterday we tagged the green one. Yes, the green here, and then we went up and pounded against the blue neckline again, just showing how important this blue neckline is. Right, it's resistance when below, and support when above. And right now we just can't seem to pierce through. So hopefully we can get back above again fairly soon. Then this could be some sort of minor head and shoulders, maybe. I'm just thinking out loud here. Hopefully, then we can get back above, and then we will need to get back above 1560 again, which has been the long-term trend going back. What is it, 5 6 years? So we need to get back above here again, back above. Let's call it 1550, 1515. Sorry, my bad. Palladium had an amazing start to the day. We back tested yesterday. You can see this one. This is the long golden trend line coming here. Let me zoom out a bit for you. All the way down. We did the retest. Right, we dipped a bit below, but fair enough. Depends on where you draw it. You could also put it here, then it aligns perfectly, but I'll prefer the tips here. So, and then looking intraday, we had the retest yesterday. We came all the way up, and then at 12 o'clock, boom. So the daily candle is actually not the best looking guy, right? So right now we have the forces playing out, and if I were to add in the levels to watch, it's of course, well, not of course, but it's this one here, the wick low from that retest, and now we have the upper here. So let's leave that in for tomorrow or for the weeks ahead and see how these acts, right? Because we really want to hold this level, otherwise we will go further down. But if you can stay here for some time, it could be a week or two, then totally fine. But let's see how it goes. What we really want to see is, still keep climbing up and then getting above this pivot high here, which was the breakout pivot high before we went in for the retest. That's the most bullish scenario. But again, combined with the dollar, oops, I don't know. It's just the market feels very strange today. It was I couldn't get a solid grip on it. So same with uranium. I think that goes for all energies. You will look at oil and nat gas later here. You can see we had a big pop early, right into this dotted golden trend line. I just added this today, and we came right back. So this price action today is confirming this one for me. So hopefully we can keep climbing and getting these angles, more horizontal on the lines that will come. But still, today's price action is it started out really really good, and I was actually quite kind of happy. But the end is just horrific. And if we get too much below 29, it's not good. But I think that goes for all energies, maybe except for uranium spot price. But let's go to nat gas. We just skip like that. Just to take nat gas. Similar story. Had a big day today, but then reversed most of it. And yeah, we ideally want to be above my level, which is 2.25. That's my bullish level. So we are above, but today's candle could be way better. Let's look at the 1 hourly. You can see, okay, we actually gapped up a bit here. So we had a gap to close, and okay. So let's see. We can add it in here for tomorrow, so we can follow this gap here and see how the traders is playing around with it. So you can see right now we came back for the gap fill right here. Resumed a bit, then came lower, and then we're retesting the bottom side of the gap fill. So you can see gap fill also have levels of support and resistance. So it's very fun for me to watch. And what we want to do is to get back in the gap and then ultimately above your bull. You don't want to have it go to be rejected here and confirm that there are no bullish bias here in the gap, and then to roll over. That wouldn't be the most pretty thing in the world. And oil, again, energies. Have a look at this. Same thing, yeah. This was the gap created by the OPEC production cut back in, what is it, like a month ago. And I said, as long as we can stay above, let me zoom out here for you guys. As long as we can stay above the golden trend line, the golden neckline trend line, depending on how you want to look at it, then by all fair, we are good. But we only stayed there for like 2, 3, 4 days, and then we came back below again. And then I said, if we dip back below, we are going for a gap fill. Let's go to the 1 hourly. It took some time, but we had the gap fill uh, today. You can see we had a bounce just like on nat gas, and then we fell right through the gap. Very bearish for oil, and I don't know exactly where we are to go from here, but lower seems to be the case, and I would assume that we are to find some sort of resistance just north of 70, 72, that kind of area. But we have to wait and see. This is very bearish for now for energy. I can see we haven't got the update, but I think actually the uranium spot price closed at 24. Oh, sorry, 54. So that's a very bullish candle. So compared to nat gas and the other energies, the uranium spot price itself is actually doing pretty damn well. And keep following this breakout here. Unfortunately, the miners are not following the same path, which typically is not what you want to see, right? So uranium spot price for now looking very strong. SPX, the SP 500. You can see we had, let me go back to the normal candles. We had the breakdown yesterday, and today we have follow through. Insanely bearish to me. And I don't know exactly what should save it here, because if we are to go all the way down, let me show you, all the way down to the blue, which is a neckline for me. I know it's within, the structure here, but still, you could argue that we have some sort of a head and shoulders here, even though it's not exactly. But anyways, I'll draw it. And then if you get below the blue here, then it could spell a lot more downside. So I think overall the markets combined with the dollar and the metals, that I think there's a lot of risk off right now. And again, it looks very weird to me how the markets is reacting. Funny thing though, Bitcoin is popping 5% today, so it's there are no, red line between what's happening. So so yeah, strange. Yes, and one insanely good ratio I want to show you is the platinum divided by oil. I just looked at it before I went on, and again, to me, what is scary here is that once we broke out here and we had this massive spike in platinum outperforming oil, when actually, platinum went down, but oil just went negative. This was, the one thing we cannot talk about, the early 2020 event. And this is the inverted head and shoulders. And just look where we are right now. And I'm just like, given how the market to me it just felt strange, right? And we are at the same level again. I'm just thinking, what do they have planned for us now, right? Because this was the big event of 2020, and what the hell could happen here if you start to spike up big time and oil, oil crashing down? I don't know. I don't know if you believe in that stuff, but to me, this is very scary to me, and I really hope we will not spike here. If we are to spike, it should be platinum gaining, uh, in value as well, and not going down together with oil. But if both are coming down, it's a major risk of event. What we don't know. Okay, let's have a look at BDI. I still have my. Let me just draw a few quick lines here. They are gone for some reason. You can see we have the squeeze here. Excuse me, guys. You can see we have the squeeze here. We broke out, and now we're just fighting here. We're just fighting here with this bad boy right here. Let me go to the daily and to the Heikin-Ashi. It's more easy to see. Zooming in here. This is the big squeeze, right? We popped out big time, and now we're just squeezing or playing this space right here between the upper golden, which is this one here, and then we have a minor resistance from these two highs going across right here, there and there, all the way down here. You can see support, right? So this is right now where we are squeezing, and as you know, this looks like a bull flag. So if we were to make a quick prediction, projection, right there, if this were to play out, if it were to break out right now, then we were to go to like 2,400. If we can snap this upper golden trend line right there. So let's look at boat. Let's look at boat. Oh, I forgot the watermark again. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of people have asked me to put the watermark on, but I removed it for some funny games with the secret stock and so on. Yeah, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, where were we? Sorry. This is the global shipping ETF boat, and you can see here we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move possibly, and we don't want to see a breakdown right here. Um, right down here. That would be insanely bearish, right? Cutting the green support and the uprising golden trend line coming across here. So this you don't want to see if you're in shipping. So yeah. Last but not least, the dry bulk shipping ETF. Sorry, my throat is still a bit sore after the flu. We're still struggling with this golden trend line here. We still need to get above, as mentioned before, 10.5, which is this long range here. And I'm no what's it called, Wyckoff accumulation kind of guy, but I think this is accumulation. I'm not sure. Please leave the comments in below. I think this is the spring, then we go up and then we resume. But please leave the comments below because that's one thing I would like to know more of is this Wyckoff accumulation and distribution setups. But I think this is accumulation. Please correct me in the comments below. I love to learn more. But for now, it looks okay. But yeah, let me know below and give me your comments. As always, I love to get feedback. I enjoy, before I go on, I always check the comments from the day before. Um, and yeah, I just loved chatting with people, and if people give me a high five or good stuff, then I'm happy. Also, if people saying I need to do this a bit more precisely or whatever, then I take that into account as well. I want to improve, and I want to give you guys the best possible experience for me wasting your time for 10 minutes a day. So have an awesome day, and let's see what the market brings tomorrow, because to me it's very jittery. So have an awesome day, guys, and see you on Twitter.